This is the Aftermarket Radio Network. It's your weekly Blitz with Chris, keeping you in the game.
Hey, if you're listening to this weekly Blitz episode on the Remarkable Results radio stream, thanks. I appreciate the listen, and I hope that today's message will resonate with you personally. I want to strongly encourage you to go to Apple, Google, Spotify, or your favorite listening app and search for me, Chris Cotton, Weekly Blitz, and follow or subscribe. It costs absolutely nothing, and you'll never miss a weekly Blitz episode. As a reminder, you will not always be able to hear my weekly thoughts on remarkable results as part of the Aftermarket Radio Network. This episode is a cross promotion so you can taste the weekly Blitz. So please follow me so you won't miss an episode. Thanks so much for your support. Hello and good morning, everyone. I hope the world finds you well and you're having a great day. Chris Cotton here from AutoFix-Auto Shop Coaching, where we work hard to support your financial success. If you have an idea for a show topic or just want to talk shop, get with me at chris@autofixsos.com. Now let's talk about stops and starts. This is a topic I've been talking with my clients on a lot here lately. Stops and starts, why they're bad, how to fix them. That's what we're going to go over today. Anytime you stop and restart a task, it takes a certain amount of time to get going again. For this talk or this topic, the ones I'm going to talk about are technicians and service advisors. Those are the people that are multitasking every day in your auto repair shop, and especially technicians who are trying to be productive. And if you're out there cracking the whip, trying to make them productive, one of the things that you can't do is you can't give a technician a job, a 6-hour water pump job that should take him 4 hours to do, give him 3 extra tickets that are all waiting oil changes and expect him to punch those out. It's just not going to happen. The other thing is the service advisors. Service advisors, they're multitasking. They're going from task to task to task and then back to the task. You know, they answer the phone, they make an appointment, they get a customer in, they assign the work to the technician, they get the DVI back from the technician, then they write up the estimate, and then they contact the customer, sell the work. Then they have to order the parts, and then all the while they're updating your point of sale systems and then everything else. But if you throw a wrench at them somewhere in the way, then all that goes out of the wayside. So those are the starts and stops that I'm talking about. So why are they bad? Well, I don't completely agree with this number, because I think as multitaskers, our technicians and service advisors are better than average at getting back to task. But everything that I saw online when I was looking up and researching for this topic was it takes somebody 23 minutes and 15 seconds to get from the time they're distracted to doing whatever they're doing to get back into the work. Let's just say that's less than half of that. If you have a technician and you pull them off of a job 6 times in a day, or they have to stop and talk to other people or whatever they're doing, if we only interrupted them 6 times a day, that would be a minimum of 60 minutes that we're losing productivity wise. So we've got to make sure that once we give them a task, we let them finish the task, have another one ready for them, lock and load, get them moved on the other one. As, you know, quote unquote, air traffic controllers for the shop, you have to make that whoever's assigning work is making sure that we're not giving them another task to work on and another task to work on, and then expecting them to be productive, because they're just not going to do it. I guarantee you, if you start limiting the starts and stops, your productivity will go up. And we're going to talk about how to correct these here in just a second. Same thing with service advisors. If you're pulling them off and especially, let's not even talk about the time, like say a service advisor has to drive somebody home. You lost all the efficiency that they're going to have for the time they're driving somebody home to the time they get back. If you say you have a shuttle service and you're doing like 8 to 12 to 15 rides a day, and your service advisors are doing all those, think about how much time you're losing. What could we gain if we had a full-time shuttle driver that was taking people back and forth and picking up parts? Parts is going to be a huge thing here in the future. So much so that I'm going to make a note to self to have another episode on just parts and dealer parts. We got to let the technicians be technical and do their work, and we got to let the service advisors advise and write service. Obviously, one of the biggest ways we can correct that is just stop interrupting them. And so all these things go for the owner too, right? So I was doing a shop visit here recently, and the shop came to a screeching halt because somebody's like, I can't find the keys for so-and-so's car. Well, everybody stops and starts looking for the keys. And then the technician that interrupted everybody looking for keys said, oh, I found them. They're right here. Well, so then we had like 3 people plus the technician that all got distracted, stopped, and now they've all got to go back to work. So this one task blew an hour worth of productivity out of the shop for everybody. Okay. So if we're talking about correcting them, you need to teach your people, say to yourself, can I do this one more time? Can I look one more time? Can I try to find the answer one more time by myself before I distract somebody else? Is this something that's really important that I need to pull somebody else off of what they're doing in order to help me with this? Also, when we're trying to correct those, you need to either have processes and procedures in place or follow the ones that you already have in place. Same shop. At the end of the day, they're trying to get everybody billed out, and there's a pile of invoices that had not been processed. And so they hadn't been put in, no ticket number, none of that information was in there. So one person was asking the other person, hey, do you have that invoice? Yeah. We had a process and procedure in place for that to go in, but the service advisor decided during the day that it was more important to do whatever else and leave these pile of invoices here. And so we're just scrambling at the end of the day. And then they stopped and asked me to help them. I'm like, I'm here to observe. I'm more than happy to help. But, what do you do when I'm not here? Who does this for you? So make sure you're doing processes and procedures and following the ones that you already have in there. Okay. So we're going to stop interrupting. We're going to ask people to ask themselves internally, try to figure this out one more time by yourself before you disrupt somebody else. Other thing for service advisors is, forever we made 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. update calls. Now we have, with texting, we don't even have to do that. I was doing phone call audits for a shop, and out of 46 phone calls, almost 25 to 30 of them were people wanting to know if their car was ready, when it's going to be done, can they come pick it up? Those are all things that we could have headed off by texting real quick. Just say, hey, your car's not ready, or at 10 a.m. we stop. We take 15 minutes to update everybody. At 2 p.m., the other service advisor does it. Everybody's updated and good, and we don't have all those phone calls. Every time we get a phone call that's not about setting an appointment, it's a distraction. It's a stop and a start that we don't need. The phone calls that are coming into the business need to be, hey, I need work done. And then our job answering that phone should be setting the appointment. Okay. So I want you to sit and think about the distractions that your people have, the stops and starts that they have. And I want you guys to email me. Let me know some stuff that you found in your shop and be like, hey, Chris, this is what we found and this is how we fixed it. Let's share it with other people so we can get out there. All right. So, hey, everybody, thanks for taking time out of your busy day to listen. This has been Chris Cotton from AutoFix-Auto Shop Coaching. If you find yourself struggling in your auto repair business or have a feeling like you don't know what you don't know and you're eager to learn and grow your business, then please feel free to reach out to me, Chris at AutoFixSOS.com, or call me at 940-400-1008. Thanks, everybody.